All right, time to come back to this project. I don't know, month, 2 months ago, I got the 69 140. I think I did a video of it, me taking it out of the crate that I got it from. I got it from Utah. And it has not run. I bought it non-running. Has no spark. I have gone through. You can see the manual sitting there on top of the 67 110 right there. I've gone through all the tests, and it appears as though it's something to do with the ignition system, obviously, but it's something, I think it's to pick up on the flywheel, which is back in here. Now, fortunately, this is an early solid state tractor, and so it still has the flex coupling back here. Some of the later machines, like this is a serial number around 12,000. Some of the later machines, the 69 machines, did not have that flex coupling. Or at least I don't believe they did. And so it actually makes the drive shaft harder to remove. So what I've done is I've run ahead and gotten the hood out. You can see the hood's over here being very protective of the hood, because obviously it's very important, the condition it's in. And I'm going to go ahead, and I opted, I think I could have gotten to that trigger with the engine in the machine, but instead what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead, I'm going to pull the fender pan, and I'm going to wheel the whole machine up front, and I'm going to pressure wash it and clean it, get it clean. Mostly because it'll be clean then. We don't have to worry about it. It'll be nice and clean and not a big deal. Now, one interesting thing that I'm seeing right here that I did not notice until just now is the fact that the muffler right here on the later units, there's a bracket that connects the muffler to the grill, to the frame, and that is not here on this one. Instead, there's a bracket going back to the engine. Kind of interesting. I just noticed that. I do have that 10 right there. It's right there. I took it off when I was taking some electrical connections off and everything. It just fell off, so might as well keep it off. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. This should be, hopefully I can get it clean today. That's my ultimate goal. You know, we'll see. I also, something I haven't mentioned, but you've seen in previous videos, my intent for this machine is to probably put the Haben sickle bar mower on, the 416 sickle bar mower. So I'll go ahead and get the pulley on the engine so it's there and you don't have to worry about it. So yeah, that's where we're at with this. I've done quite a bit of tracing over the last month or so. I'll work on it for 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, so I haven't done a whole lot. That's why you haven't seen any videos of me doing any work to it. But basically, I might as well go ahead and get it in top-notch shape. I am going to replace the tires. I have a set of tires. Let me walk into the other room and I'll show you the set of tires I'm going to put on it. So I have this set of Firestone tires that came off of another, I think I did a video, that other 69 that I bought for the electrical system. Here are the remains. There's the fender pan, the transaxle, the transaxle's right there, and then the engine's right here. I've been taking components off of it to try out on the other 69 that I have. This one was too far gone to do much of anything with. So these are the tires I'm actually going to put on it. The front tires are not in that great of shape. They do have some cracks and stuff. You can see right there. Hopefully you can see them. They do have some cracks and everything. But I think that these tires look quite a bit better, just visually. I think they look quite a bit better than particularly the front ones, than what I have on it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. The rears, just kind of personal preference there. I like the Firestones a little bit better than the current ones that are on there. And my 74 has tires much like the Terra Track or Terra Grip or whatever. My 74 140 has very similar tires, so you know, it's just one of those deals that I'd prefer to have a different set of tires. But yes, I will put my I will put the Haven on the 69. So let me go get it cleaned up and we can go from there. So here's a couple pictures of me, or of the progress on taking the engine out, etc. Getting the engine out on these earlier units is a little bit nicer because you have that flex coupling right there that you can undo the bolt and get that. You just take the entire clutch out. Later in the video, I'll actually go over some of the things I do to protect all the parts from walking away while all the parts are out of the machine. Okay, I can't remember where exactly I left off, but I figured I'd give an update. So I have the engine out and I have the flywheel off of the engine, doing the test as described in the manual. The reason I decided to pull the engine is because basically I couldn't get to the stator to figure out the testing. So anyway, I decided at the same time, since I am going through the engine, a couple different things. One, I figured out that the engine, the oil pan seal is leaking. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, that's probably too dark. But the oil pan seal is leaking, so I should probably pull that off and replace it. And then I also want to clean the frame, whatnot, for the tractor. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stop right here. And as I said at the beginning part of the video, I'm going to take the fender pan off, or I think I said it, I'm going to take the fender pan off and everything and get the tractor nice and clean. I'm going to inspect all the components, you know, go through it. The next part of the video though, I'm actually going to go ahead and change the tires first, because I can do that tonight. And then it'll probably be a while before I come back to it. One of the things that I think sometimes I don't talk about is the importance of, you know, keeping all the parts together. So what I've done in this case, you can see the rope, the pulley on the flywheel. I've gone ahead and tightened that back down on there. The clutch bolts, the 4 clutch bolts I put back together. I put the shield back on the clutch, and then I've taken and I've labeled all of the bolts and everything that are no longer on the tractor, and all the parts and everything. So everything is labeled. That way, you know, it's not a huge issue. The only other thing that I identified during taking it apart, I saw that the starter was actually hung up on the flywheel. So I definitely have to inspect the starter and make sure it's in good condition. I mean, it sounds fine, it runs fine, etc. But I think that's where I'm going to stop. The next part of the video will be me changing the tires, and then that'll be it. I probably won't say much while I'm changing the tires. So anyway, thanks for watching. So instead of doing videos, I figured I'd just take a couple pictures and then report back what I did. To replace the tires, I actually just replaced the spindles. I will eventually go back in and check the bearings and everything. They seem perfectly fine. It's just a lot easier to replace the entire spindle than it is to take the wheel off, particularly when both spindles are in very similar condition. Take the spindles off, all you need is a pair of snap ring pliers and a 5/8 wrench and a 3/4 wrench to take the tie rod off. So very simple process. Here's both new front tires, new cracked front tires. Hopefully I can eventually find a set of nice Firestones like this. And then after I got the front tires done, turn my attention to the back. Those were pretty easy. It's just a matter of jacking it up, using the impact gun and pulling the tires off and replacing them. So this project will be a long-term one, and I'll do videos every so often as I work on it. So anyway, thanks for watching.